Hello everyone, this is your friend from Naruto Audio Fanfics, and we are back once again with a brand new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto was betrayed by Sakura and Sasuke and found true love under the tree, Naruto x Temari, Part 1. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to hit the like button, thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel for more amazing Naruto fanfics like this. So without wasting any more time, let's start today's fanfic. There was a storm brewing in Konoha. The village hidden in the leaf was experiencing strong winds. Lightning flash in the darkened sky followed closely by its angry brother thunder. All throughout the village people were hurrying inside to escape the mad storm, all except one blonde Jonin. Naruto Namikaze was standing under the tree of Team 7 old training grounds reflecting on the storm he just escaped from his girlfriend's home. Well, his ex-girlfriend. At 18 years old, Naruto thought he had been on top of the world. He finally managed to bring Sasuke back home. He had finally made Jonin rank and he was with Sakura. The villagers' attitude toward him had for the better. Instead of seeing him as a demon, they finally saw that was a human being and gave him his long overdue respect. Of course, he hadn't become Hokage yet, but he knew that would come in due time. Life was good, Naruto thought, till he came home from eating ramen to see his best friend and girlfriend in bed together. Naruto had seen Sasuke on top of Sakura. Sakura was moaning as he continued to thrust in her. Neither noticed the blonde ninja watching from the bedroom door. After 2 minutes, Naruto finally found the will to run. He ran out of the apartment, slamming the door, startling Sasuke and Sakura. At that moment they knew they were caught. He ran and ran till he came to the practice grounds, his tears mixing up the cold rain. The storm picked up, the rain became aggressive. It was almost like the rain was crying for the pain the blonde felt, but Naruto didn't notice it. The pain was so unbearable he sat under that tree for the whole night till he passed out. It was there his savior found him the next morning and took him back to her hotel. When the girl found him, the rain stopped, and the sun shone down on the two blondes almost like it was foreshadowing a bright future for the two young ninja. Naruto woke up with the sun shining on his face. He was sleeping in a warm, comfortable bed. Where am I? He thought out loud. The last thing I remember is seeing Sasuke and Sakura and running till in the storm, then it all goes blank. You are in my hotel room, Blondie, Temari said, coming through the bedroom door with a bowl of broth in hand. I found you passed out on my way to see Lady Hokage. I brought you back here and sent a scroll asking for Lady Tsunade to come and check up on you. She determined that you had a very bad cold and that a few days' rest would cure you. I offered to take you back to your place, but Lady Tsunade was dead against it. She said, and I quote, "I'm not sending my son back to those two traitorous friends of his." So why were you under the tree in the freezing rain anyway, idiot? Temari yelled. Do you not know that it was hurricane winds out there? That you could have died. How would they have looked, the future Hokage dying cause he was stuck out in the rain? Do you know how many people would be hurt if you died? Naruto couldn't believe it. He was on the brink of thanking her for taking care of him, then she goes and get all hormonal on him. Sakura cheated on me with Sasuke, the blonde whispered. I came home and found them in bed, he yelled, gripping the sheets. The bed we shared. The bed I bought for her. Do you know she said she wanted to wait till we were married? She said she wanted to save herself for me, and I believed her. I believed her when she said she didn't love Sasuke like that anymore. I believed her all those times she said she was staying with Ino, all the while I bet she was with Uchiha. I trusted them, he said, finally breaking out into full sobs. Temari just stood there dumbfounded as he yelled. She knew the pain that one felt during a breakup, but she couldn't imagine what he was going through. Of course, Shiki and her broke it off some time ago and she felt pain, but it was never this bad. Shiki never cheated on her. As she stood there watching her secret crush hurting, all she could do was get angry. No at Naruto, but at Uchiha and Sakura. How could they hurt him like that? She gave Naruto a hug. I'm so sorry, she whispered in his ear. I'm sorry they hurt you like that. Naruto, you are special and any girl would be lucky to have you. Sakura just lost something great in her life. She held on to him till he went back to sleep. Once nightfall came and she was assured Naruto was out cold, Temari paid a little visit to the stuck-up Uchiha and the big head Haruno. As soon as nightfall came, Temari sped off into the darkness to the Hokage tower. Once she got there, she was surprised to find a sober Tsunade. Temari knocked on the door, After a minute she heard a faint come in. Temari Pav. I walked in a discovered and sober Tsunade. Surprising considering how she is famous for drinking herself into a sake coma before she leaves for home. I don't know why they call her the legendary sucker. Seriously, I think she should be called the legendary chugger. I mean, she can throw back some sake. Lady Tsunade, I have come to inform that Naruto is doing well. He woke up, but now he is resting again. That's good to hear, Tsunade said, looking up from the mountain of papers. Did he tell you why he was in the damn rain and passed out? Yes, my lady, he said he came home and he saw Sakura and Sasuke going at like a pack of wild dogs. He couldn't stand to see their betrayal, so he ran and ran till he came to the practice ground and passed out from being out in the rain too long. Damn it, Tsunade roared while slamming her hands on the desk. I knew it, I knew it. I knew she was cheating on Naruto, but I could never prove it. Every time I would confront her about it, she would deny it, but I caught they sly looks her and Sasuke exchange while we out. I knew they were together. I just didn't have the heart to tell Naruto, especially without proof. The last time someone implied Sakura was unfaithfully, the poor Genin end up in the hospital. That girl will regret hurting Naruto. She works under me in the hospital. I'll make sure her life is a living hell. While that is good and all, my lady, I wish to have a little chat with Sakura and Sasuke myself, if you know what I mean, and I by some small chance they end up in the hospital, do some minor bruising as a bonus, right? I mean, I owe Naruto a lot. He helped restore my family, so it's only right that I help him out. Tsunade knew right away what the girl was getting at, and liked the way her mind works. I see. Well, I have no problem with you speaking to Sakura. I'm afraid talking to Sasuke will lead to an angry council. Considering he is the last Uchiha and all, the council would be furious if he had minor cuts and bruises, Tsunade said while smirking. Quote, you have my full support. I got your back. Temari smiled and bid adieu to the Hokage and headed off into the darkness to have a little fun. It's about to be a girl fight. Temari moved through the night, jumping from building. Her silhouette was illuminated through the moonlight. Finally, she reached her destination. She posted herself in the shadows of a nearby building. Inside Naruto's and Sakura's apartment, Sakura and Sasuke were going at it like lions in heat. Since she couldn't talk to Sakura while Sasuke was there, she sat back and watched the disgusting show. In the apartment, Sasuke and Sakura were so wrapped up into each other that neither knew that they had a visitor lurking in the night. Neither one thought about their blonde teammate. They knew that he had caught them, but they didn't care. Sasuke licked the valley between Sakura's. Sasuke. Yes, Sakura moaned. Sasuke moved from the valley and took a pink in between his teeth, causing Sakura to scream. Sasuke continued to savagely suck on the pert while his hand traveled down in between her thighs. He slowly started massaging her, causing another moan from the pink girl. Sasuke slowly moved his mouth from her and kissed her. He slipped her tongue into her hot mouth, where a battle of tongues ensued, all the while he slowly slipped 3 fingers into Sakura's. I love you, Sasuke. I love you with all my heart, but I can't take it anymore. I need you now. Your wish is my command, he said while nibbling on her ear. He rose up and positioned himself at her entrance in one swift movement. She cried out in shock and pleasure. Slowly he started to move in and out, and then he started to pick up the pace. Sakura tried to keep up, but he was going too fast. His hard slammed into her tender, hitting her vaginal wall repeatedly. The force was so great Sakura kept on hitting her head against the headboard. He continued to thrust when all of a sudden he flipped her over into the puppy position without even removing his. He draped himself over her back and continued to hump her from behind. He massaged her, pinching her pink while she screamed out in ecstasy. Oh Sasuke, more. Please don't stop. Assault me with your big. She held on to the sheets as he continued to pound into her, dripping. After a while her walls began to tighten up. Oh Sasuke, I'm about to come, she cried. Sasuke grunted in response as he continued to bang her. He moved his hand to massage her. Come with me, baby, he whispered in her ear. With one last thrust they both came riding the waves of their ecstasy. They both collapsed onto the bed. Sweat glistened their bodies. Their heartbeats slowed down as they lay tangled in the sheets. They laid together for about 3 minutes when Sasuke got up. He got dressed and walked out into the living room. Sakura got out of bed and followed. Sasuke, where are you going? Sakura, you was a good, but I have to go. We've been over this 1,000 times. If anyone catches us together, it won't look good. I got a reputation to uphold. Tomorrow apologize to Naruto and make up with him and keep up the public appearance. Next time he goes on a mission, I'll be back over here to give you the of your life. With that, Sasuke left a Sakura in the living room. Little did the backstabbing couple know they had an audience. Temari had snuck into the apartment through the bedroom window and watched how the Uchiha had dismissed the pink ninja without a second glance. Sakura was so engrossed in the pain she felt that she didn't feel the presence behind her till it was too late. Sakura turned around to see a huge fan connect with the side of her head. Temari Pav. The stupid bitch stumbled to the ground after I whacked her over the head with my fan. She struggled to get up. When she finally got up, she stared at me with cold eyes. The sheet covering her body fell to the floor. You bitch, why did you attack me? She yelled at me. You call me a bitch, you big forehead. I'm not the one sleeping around with my boyfriend's teammate. Quote. You don't know a damn thing about me. Naruto is sweet, but he is not Sasuke. I only got with him because I thought he would be Hokage now, but he isn't. He is just a stupid ninja. I don't care if he is the son of the former Hokage, he is still a useless ninja, she yelled at me. Naruto is better than Sasuke will ever be, and he is not useless. Who is the one who beat the Akatsuki and saved this village? Who is the one who brought your precious Sasuke back? Who is the one who beat my brother when your precious Uchiha couldn't do it? Naruto did all that stuff for his village, for you, and this is how you repay him, you stupid, I yelled. You bitch, Sakura yelled as she lunged at me with a kitchen knife in hand. I quickly dodged her attacks. The girl was never a fighter. Even in the Chunin exams she couldn't fight. She kept trying to swipe the knife over my stomach. She lunged for another swipe when I caught her wrist. I twisted it behind her back, making her drop the knife to the floor, and then I broke her wrist. She screamed in agony. Ah, you broke my wrist, you, she screamed at me. Wait till Lady Tsunade hears about this. Konoha will have your village for lunch. You have broken the treaty by attacking me, she said as she laughed wickedly. Before she even knew it, I had her pushed against the wall. My hand was around her throat. I was slowly crushing her windpipe. I wouldn't be so sure, Uchiha whore. I bet my life that when Lady Tsunade finds out, you will be the one in big trouble and not my village. I mean not the one that hurt the boy she see as her son. Or better yet, imagines what your friends will think, I said as I continued to tighten my grip around her neck. Her eyes bugged out as she realized what she had done, or it could be from the lack of air, I'm not sure. Listen here, when you see Naruto again, you better not try to get back with him. Apologize and go back to the idiot with a stick up his. Naruto doesn't need a girl like you in his life. He can do way better. Do you understand me, little girl? I said as I banged her head against the wall. Blink once for yes and twice for no. Luckily for her, she blinked once. I dropped her to the ground and turned to leave. Of course she had to have the last word. Naruto will come back to me soon enough. I know he will. The villagers may respect him, but no girl wants to marry that demon. Once he realized that, he will come crawling back to me, and then I will have the demon and the Uchiha, she said while laughing. And you will pay for breaking my wrist when I tell Sasuke he will come hunt you down. I laughed at her little rant. Sweetie, are you forgetting who I am? The Uchiha doesn't stand a chance. Just imagined if Sasuke attacked me and my brother found out, or better yet, if he found out that you hurt his best friend. No man, and I mean no man, would be able to save you and your precious Sasuke. She paled at that, and I left the girl alone in the darkness. I made it back to the hotel by 3 in the morning. Naruto was sleeping like a baby. I stripped down to just my underwear and snuggled up to Naruto. My pressed against his tone hard back and drifted off into dreamland. The next morning, Naruto woke up on the softest pillow in the world. It was soft and squishy. Naruto never had something this soft. It felt so good that he buried his face deeper in the pillow to try and gain some more of its softness. Little did Naruto know his soft pillows were actually Temari's D cups. Temari Pav. After my late escapades last night, I had plans to sleep in this morning, but apparently Naruto had other ideas. I woke up to find the blonde smiling and snuggling up in my. At first I was furious and I was about to hit on the head, but I saw how angelic he looked and what he'd been though, so I decided to let him have his pleasure. Of course I wasn't expecting him to start pinching my in effort to fluff out his pillow. I yelped from the pleasure that his touch sent through my body, causing the young blonde to wake. Naruto Pav. I was having the best dream ever of having a free ramen day when all of a sudden I hear a yelp. I woke up and to my surprise I was greeted to the sight of two beautifully mounds of flesh. My gaze traveled upward to see who they belonged to, and to my surprise I see Temari's face. I could feel the blonde running to my nose, and I knew I was blushing. Ah, Temari, why are you? Why is my face in your chest? Did we do it? Temari Pav. He was so cute and innocent. I could help but laugh at him. His whole face had turned red from the mere thought of us doing it, so I decided to tease him a little bit. I put on my best angry face and said, "What if we did do it? Why am I not good enough for you, knucklehead? Why did you not enjoy our night of passionate love making? You came like 6 times and the hotel manager came up here 8 times. He threatened to call the Anbu if we didn't quiet down, but by that time we were so tired out." I tried to keep a straight face, but the look on his face was priceless and I couldn't help but laugh at what he said next. "Was I good? Did you enjoy it?" he asked. At that I bust out laughing. "Naruto, calm down, we didn't do nothing last night. Although I wished we did, nothing happened. I always sleep with no tops on and I forgot you were here, and this morning when I woke up I found your face in my chest, and your reaction, I couldn't help but tease you." Quote. I hadn't realized what I said till he asked me his next question. "You wish that something happened? Why?" he asked. Now I could feel my face blushing. How can I tell the guy who just got dumped by his girlfriend that I have been secretly crushing on him for years now? Answer to that question, you don't. Naruto, never mind. How about you go to the bathroom and fix your little problem while I go fix us some breakfast? I said while glancing down to his boxers area. Or shall I say your big problem? I swear his face turned into a tomato once he realized what I was talking about, and then he ran into the bathroom using a pillow to cover his pelvic area. I got up and put my top on and went into the kitchen and fixed us some breakfast. I may not look like it, but I can fix a mean breakfast with brothers like Gaara. You learn only on how to cook good meals. Naruto Pav. Bathroom. Man, I can't believe what just happened. I wake up with my head in Temari's chest. Then I have a hardcore erection going on right now. She didn't make it better with her little story. Although I kind of wish it did happen. I mean, Temari has a nice body. Any guy who gets with her would be lucky. I can't even keep hold of Sakura. I know I'll never have a chance with her. Heck, I'll never find a woman for me, all because they think I'm demonic. Kyuubi. I wouldn't be so sure, Kit. I think she likes you. Her scent peaked when she saw what you was packing, boy. Yeah, right, no woman wants me, Kyuubi. I mean, look at Sakura. I thought she loved me and look what she did. I'm destined to be alone. Kit, shut up. That pink-headed whore wasn't made material, but this sand lily is. Her brother has the one tail sealed in him, right? So what makes you think that she would mind mating the nine-tails jailer? She has experience with people like us. Plus she seems to enjoy your company. Besides, you and I both know deep down inside you knew those two were together. You saw the sly glance they were giving each other, but you ignored them. You even punched the mess out of that genin who tried to warn. Kid, it is okay. You and I both know deep down inside what you felt for her was nothing compared to what you've been feeling for the sand lily. You also had a crush her, did you not? Yeah, I know I had a crush on Temari, but still she was with Shiki and then she is from the sand village. It will never work out. Even though I didn't love Sakura, I was hoping it would grow into love. Boy, was I wrong. Do you think I have a chance with Temari? Kid, I know you got a chance with her, and if it doesn't work out I'll leave you alone for the rest of your life, but trust me, she is made material. Quote. You don't think it is too soon? I mean, I just basically got dumped by my girlfriend. She may think she is rebound. Quote. Kid, you just got to be real with her. I can tell your feelings for her are way more serious than the ones you had for that. Be real with Temari and I'm sure it will all work out. Just then I heard Temari calling, saying breakfast is done. So I got out of the bathroom and headed towards the kitchen. In the kitchen, Naruto Pav. I walked in and she was sitting at the table with food spread out for a king. Sakura never once cooked for me in all the years we dated. I figured if you are anything like my brothers you would eat a lot. I felt the tears in my eyes. Thank you for doing this. I truly appreciate it, I said, trying to hold back my sobs. Before I knew it, she was hugging me. We sat down to eat. The food was really good. We were eating in comfortable silence when all of a sudden she stopped eating. Naruto, I have to tell you something, please don't be mad, she said. Temari paused. Even though I don't feel guilty about what I did, I knew I need to tell him before Sakura gets to him with her lies. But for some reason I was scared. I was scared he was going to be mad at me and he chemistry I feel with him would be one. Naruto, last night after you fell asleep, I went out. First I went to see Lady Tsunade, and we came to an agreement. Then after that I went to your apartment. When I got there I saw those two traitors going at like wild animals. I was disgusted. I sat there, it seems like hours, but finally Sasuke left. After he left I snuck into your apartment, and me and Sakura had a little confrontation. Long story short, I think she has a bruised windpipe and a broken wrist. I'm so sorry, I don't know what came over me. I know I shouldn't have done that, but they hurt you and I couldn't bear to see you in pain. Naruto paused. I couldn't believe she actually went over here and kicked Sakura's all because she cheated on me. Told you kid she is he won. Would that have defended you like that? I think not. You got yourself a winner here, kid. She is a strong ninja, you guys can have a bright future if you play your cards right. Quote. Temari, I said, reaching over to take her hand in mine. Thank you, I appreciate what you did and I'm not mad at you. Sakura got what she deserves and I'm pretty sure she will receive more from everybody else. Quote. And besides, after thinking about some things I realized that even though I was with Sakura and I was really into her, I really didn't love her. I tried to make myself love her but I couldn't, and deep down on some level one think I knew she was cheating on me. I'm truly over it now. Besides, I found some else who I feel may like me for me and not because I'm the jailer of the Kyuubi or that I'm the son of the former Hokage. Sakura is in my past, it is time for me to move forward. Since I wasted so much time on her, I decided to focus on my future. Who is this new girl? She said. It is you. Just as I was about to explain myself, there was a knock at the door. Temari got up to answer. At the door was Bear the Anbu ninja. Temari and Naruto, Lady Tsunade request your presence. Tell her we will be there once we are dressed, Temari said to Bear. We will finish this conversation later. I guess we need to go see Grandma Tsunade. It took Naruto and Temari only 15 minutes to get dressed, then they were on their way to see Lady Tsunade. As they leapt through the village's rooftops, Temari couldn't help but be distracted by what Naruto said. Flashback. Temari, I said, reaching over to take her hand in mine. Thank you, I appreciate what you did and I'm not mad at you. Sakura got what she deserves and I'm pretty sure she will receive more from everybody else. Quote. And besides, after thinking about some things I realized that even though I was with Sakura and I was really into her, I really didn't love her. I tried to make myself love her but I couldn't, and deep down on some level one think I knew she was cheating on me. I'm truly over it now. Besides, I found some else who I feel may like me for me and not because I'm the jailer of the Kyuubi or that I'm the son of the former Hokage. Sakura is in my past, it is time for me to move forward. Since I wasted so much time on her, I decided to focus on my future. Who is this new girl? She said. Flashback ends. Temari paused. I wonder, did he really mean what he said? Is he really over Sakura? Or am I just a rebound? Can I trust him not to break my heart? Am I good enough for him? All these thoughts kept running through Temari's head that she was distracted. She didn't notice that they were in Lady Suon's office. Nor did she notice her blonde crush flying across the room after a shout mess with the Hokage. Only after Naruto made contact with the wall did she notice what happened. Naruto paused. Temari was silent the whole time while we were arriving at Lady Tsunade's office. To say I was worried was an understatement. I mean, I just told her I loved her, for crying out loud. What if she doesn't see me that way? What if she sees me as a demon? Her brother did use to kill people in cold blood. Does she think I'm like that? Man, I feel like an idiot. Kit, stop stressing over. I'm telling you, she does not see you as a demon. She loves you, Kit. I can see it in her eyes. But she is not saying anything. What does that mean? Don't worry, Kit, she is in shock. When you told her you loved her, her heart rate picked up so fast I was afraid you had gave out made a heart attack. And you did say you guys will talk about it later, so what more can she say? Are you sure? Yeah, I bet she is just digesting what you said. I'm telling you now, don't give unless she tells you flat out she doesn't see you that way. Until then, you need to woo her and court her. I got the perfect way to show her you are true with your feelings. You should. Before Kyuubi could finish his sentence, he was cut off by a fuming Grandma Tsunade yelling her lungs off. The whole village shook with her rage. I bet. You idiot, are you trying to get yourself killed? She shrieked like a banshee. Just because you have the nine-tailed fox inside you doesn't mean you aren't acceptable to the common cold or pneumonia. You could have died out there. It was obvious Temari was still in thought because she didn't even greet the old hang, nor bat an eyelash at her little rant going on. Geez, Grandma Tsunade, stop shrieking. I can hear just fine. Just because you are old and half-deaf doesn't mean I am. Before I knew it, her fist had connected with my handsome face and I was flying across the room and slapped straight into the wall, leaving a big indentation. What the hell you do that for, you old hag? I yelled. Before I could get my next insult out, I felt a sharp pain on my head where Temari's fan just hit me. Naruto, show the Hokage some respect. She yelled at me with her deadly fan posed for another attack if I didn't comply. Ooh, oh, feisty she is. I like them that way. Kit, she will be hard to tame, this one will be, but she will be more fun in the bedroom, Kyuubi said while flashing images of me being tied down with Temari straddling me with her pushed up in my face. Will everybody just shut up? I yelled. Boy, was that the wrong thing to say. Next thing I know, I being attacked by two angry blondes. Though Sakura packed a punch when we were teenagers, but between Temari and Grandma, she doesn't hold a candle to him. I swear I would have died if it wasn't for Shizune coming in. Lady Tsunade, she yelled. I know as much as you and Temari would both love to kill Naruto. I think you guys she put your strength to better use since Sakura is waiting outside with Anbu Bear and Weasel. At the mention of Sakura's name, both women dropped me to the floor. I looked at my savior with tears in my eyes. Shizune was huge. She was pregnant with Kiba's second littler, as I like to say. Seriously, last time she gave birth to 3 children, all girls. This time Kiba is sure he is having boys, probably has to do with his descents. It came as a shock when we all find out Kiba was sleeping with the older lady, but after assuring he wasn't going to hurt my surrogate sister, I was content with the union. His family had welcomed her with open arms. They had a grand wedding. I was so wrapped up in my savior that I didn't notice Sakura being escorted in by Anbu. Not till I heard Temari hiss under her breath did I realize she was there. I got up off the ground and I took a good look at her. All the beauty I once saw in her was gone. She was cradling her broken wrist and I could see her skin was pink where her windpipe was. It surprised me. I figured I would have felt pain, rage, fear, or something, but all I felt for her was nothing. I looked to Temari and I saw her staring back at me, watching for my emotions. At that moment, looking in her eyes, I felt that she had brought me into the light that was once called Sakura. We continued to look into each other's until we were pulled out of our trance by Grandma Tsunade talking to Sakura. Suon's Pav. Sakura came in looking a hot mess. To be honest, I figure the sand ninja would have done more damage. She must have helped off for Naruto's sake. I looked to see how he was reacting to Sakura. Instead, I found him looking into the eyes of Temari. At that moment, I knew they would make a great couple. I could see the worry, love, and warmth in her eyes as she looked at him, and I could see the love, lust, and raw fear in her eyes. I couldn't help but chuckle lightly. Naruto, the Kyuubi jailer, he had defeated all kind of bad people, saved a village, and yet he was afraid of what emotions Temari felt for him. Priceless. They didn't even notice me looking at them, nor did they see the scowl they fell on Sakura's face when she saw the two of them. Sakura, what do you have to say for yourself? I asked the big head bimbo. What do I have to say for myself? She shrieked. Sensei, this sorry excuse for a sand ninja came to my apartment last night and attacked me while I was sleeping. Then threatened me with bodily harm. Quote, really? Was all I said. Yes, sensei, I was waiting home for Naruto to come home, because yesterday morning he told me he would be getting home late and not to wait up for him, and out of the blue that night she just attacked me. That's a lie, you little, Temari yelled. I was at my hotel room all night. Of course I knew she was lying, but I wasn't about to let this who hurt my grandson off the hook. And why should I believe you, Sakura? From what I hear, you've been screwing Sasuke while you've been with Naruto. And if you were truly waiting for Naruto like you said you were, why didn't you report him missing days ago? I can assure Naruto didn't tell you he would be home late yesterday morning because he was still in the care of Temari where I left him. I could see her face lose all its color. She had been caught in a lie. Sakura, you know cheating is a punishable crime, I asked. She nodded as she sunk to the floor. After me and Jiraiya got together, I passed a law saying cheating is a punishable crime. Although I told the ninjas I passed it caused the percent of teammates fighting over each other due relationships had increased due to cheating. As Hokage, it is my duty to uphold the law. Sakura, you are hereby sentenced to. I was about to pass judgment when I was stopped by a scream. Wait. Sakura, you know cheating is a punishable crime, I asked. She nodded as she sunk to the floor. After me and Jiraiya got together, I passed a law saying cheating is a punishable crime. Although I told the ninjas I passed it caused the percent of teammates fighting over each other due relationships had increased due to cheating. As Hokage, it is my duty to uphold the law. Sakura, you are hereby sentenced to. I was about to pass judgment when I was stopped by a scream. Wait. End of recap. Tsunade Pav. To say I was surprised was an understatement. I mean, I figured she would be all game for me punishing Sakura. I figured I would have to worry about Naruto stopping, not Temari. Now here she is telling me to stop. I'm Hokage, nobody tells me what to do. What the hell? Temari, you may be a guest in this country, but you are still subject to our laws and to show some respect to me, I said while glaring at my fellow blonde. Now many would have backed down after my death glare. But no, not this girl. She straightened her shoulders and calmly told me, Lady Tsunade, I mean no respect. As our villages are close allies now, many of your laws have been adopted by Suna. Although we haven't adopted the cheating law, I know what its punishment entails. And I strongly feel that banishing Sakura from the village is a little too harsh. Maybe she should be stripped of her ninja status instead and have a little chit-chat with Anko and Ibiki. If it wasn't for the mischievous glint in her eye, I would have said she was feeling sorry for the girl, but after hearing who she wanted Sakura to chit-chat with, I knew what she was talking about. I see your point. Sakura knows far too much sensitive information, and by banishing her she could become a rogue ninja, and that is the last thing this village needs right now, I said slowly, smirking. Out of the corner of my eye I could see Sakura turning chalk white. Sakura Haruno, I hereby sentence you to be punished for cheating by means of. Again I was about to pass judgment when I heard another voice yell. Wait. I looked over to the blonde who, aside from the beginning of this meeting, had been quiet all of a sudden speak. I couldn't hope my temper in from being interrupted a second time. What, Naruto? I roared, standing getting ready to punch the young blonde into next week. Sorry Grandma Tsunade, but before you punish Sakura I want to know why, he said, looking me in the eye. I want to know why she betrayed like this. Naruto Pav. I stood there watching Temari and Grandma Tsunade discuss Sakura's punishment. I really couldn't care less what they did with her as long as they don't kill her, but I couldn't get that stupid question out of my head. Why? Why did she do it with him? So as Granny was about to try to pass judgment on Sakura once again, I couldn't help but interrupt her. I swear she was about to explode once when I interrupted her, but I held my ground and calmly told her that before she punish her I need to know why she did what she did. I turned to look to Sakura and I asked her, why? Why did you do it? I said, looking into her eyes. Why did you betray me? I treated you like a queen. So why did you do this? Quote. Why, she shrieked. You want to know why I did this? Naruto, can't you get it through your thick knucklehead of yours? I don't love you. I always loved Sasuke. He is a way better ninja than you. The only reason I stayed with you was because he asked me to. He wanted me to have your child, then kill you, effectively making me the mother of the Namikaze clan heir and the Uchiha, so that he could play daddy and hold council seats and one day be Hokage. Not only that, but you were a replacement for him. Once I thought that he was never coming back, I went on to the next strongest ninja, and that happened to be you. I never loved you and never will. I'm glad I got caught. I didn't want to have your demon spawn in my body, but I was willing to do it for Sasuke. But with this over, I don't have to worry about trying to get knocked up with it. Even as she said all this, I couldn't help but feel sorry her. I figured I would be hurt by how blunt she was and what she had planned, but I wasn't. Not saying I wasn't hurt though. My heart was breaking, not because of the fact she cheated. It was breaking because I always thought we were friends. I saw her as one of the people I cared for most, and I saw Sasuke as a brother. To hear their betrayal of what they had planned for the children I hoped to have one day hurt. Even worse, it just reinforced my fear that Temari wouldn't love me for me and just see me as the demon jailer. Kit, don't even go down that road, Kyuubi said. She loves you and she doesn't see you as just a demon jailer. She sees you for the loudmouth, unpredictable knucklehead ninja that you. Just look at her face. I can feel the anguish, pain and worry coming off her as that big head insulted you. Sure enough, I turned to look at Temari and I could see the worry in her eyes as she looked at me waiting on my response. In that moment, with that one look, she confirmed that she was the woman for me. I turned back to Sakura and said, I didn't say anything about love. I don't love you and I never have. She looked back at me with shock in her eyes. I thought I did, but all I felt for you was lust. You were pretty and you appeared nice, so I tried to convince myself that I feel I love you, but I didn't. I found the love of my life. When I look at her, everything just disappear. She makes my pain go away just by being there. She has the body of a goddess. She is strong and independent, and at the same time she can be vulnerable. I'm glad I found out what you truly are before things got too serious between us, and I'm even happier because you have opened up a window for me to be with the love of my life. Sakura, you deserve everything you get, and I'm glad you and Sasuke have each other, and I truly hope one day you two will be happy, after you receive your just rewards for trying to break me. Grandma Tsunade, sorry for interrupting you. If that is all, I will be taking my leave now. Grandma nodded at me, signaling her approval of me leaving. Come on Temari, I owe you for taking care of me, let's get ramen. Temari Pav. I followed Naruto outside the door. I couldn't believe him. He truly loves me. I thought he was going to be upset, but he looks okay to me, and I think he just told he loves me. I wonder where do we go from here? Tsunade Pav. Sakura and I watched as Temari and Naruto left my office. After they left, I turned my attention to my idiot apprentice. You know that I could charge you for what you told me, right? I said, staring at her. You and Sasuke, you two conspired to kill a fellow ninja. That is punishable by death. I swear. Sakura turned from white to green in less than 2 seconds. Don't worry, I won't. If Naruto is okay with everything, then so be it. But you are still going to be punished for your cheating ways. Sakura Haruno, as Hokage, I hereby strip you of your ninja status. You will spend 1 week chit-chatting with Anko and Ibiki, and you are not allowed to ever leave the village. Just as I was finishing up my sentence, in walked Anko. You summon me, Lady Hokage, Anko said. Yes, Anko, I want you and Ibiki to have a nice little chit-chat with Sakura here. Naruto found out that she was sleeping with Sasuke, and they are officially over. She also admitted to only being with him in order to have his kid. Before I knew, Anko had pulled Sakura up by her hair and had cut her along her left cheek. Blood trickled down the young pink-haired ninja. She trembled as Anko licked the blood from her cheek. Oh, thank you, Hokage. Me and Ibiki will make sure she enjoys her quality time with us, Anko said while heading out the door. Sakura. I said before they got too far. Don't worry about Sasuke, I'll tell him you are busy when I send for him to come in my office. Although I can't punish him the same way as I punished you, I'll make sure he enjoys his just as you are going to enjoy yours. I saw the tears in her eyes as Anko dragged her out the door. Wow, I can't believe the week I have had. First I find Naruto in the rain. Then he gets sick and ends up staying at my place for a few days. Then I find out he was betrayed by 2 of the most important people in his life. Then I take it upon myself to torture his ex. After that I wake up semi with Naruto, and then to top it off I think he told me loves me. Not to mention all the stuff that happened back in the Hokage office. I came here for a vacation, instead I end up more stressed out than I was in my home village. Now I'm following Naruto like a lost puppy through the village streets. I'm worried that all that stuff that has happened, that he just sees me as a rebound. Also, I think he needs to talk about what has happened these past few days. If he keeps everything bottled up, he will explode. I just can't seem to read him. Although he looked relieved and at peace back at the office, I truly feel that he hasn't fully gotten over her yet. I hate to say it, but I love him with all my heart, and I don't think I can handle being his rebound, or him going back to her, if she begs for him to come back. He has a big heart and can see the light in everyone, and I have no doubt he could forgive her if she asked him to. But above all, he is my friend, and no matter what, I will support him. So here goes nothing. Naruto, I said as he stopped and turned to look at me. I'm sorry about everything that happened. I just wanted to let you know that no matter what, I'm here with you. Even if I'm in Suna, I'll be here for you. So if you need to talk, just let me know and you all have my full attention. And, if you ever feel alone and I'm not here, write me or send me a letter and I'll respond. I'll never betray you like Sakura and Sasuke did, and I'll never hurt you, well, at least intentionally. Naruto Pav. Man, what a week. First I find my ex and ex-best friend in my house screwing around with each. Then I get sick. I wake up, find a Temari. Learned that she tortured Sakura. Figured out that I want Temari as a mate, girlfriend, wife. Confessed my love to her. Learned that Sakura and Sasuke betrayed me in more ways than one. And despite all that, I'm still happy. I will admit I was upset when all this broke loose, but now I realize that Sakura was not the one. It hurt me to know what she had planned and to know that she and Sasuke were using me, but hating them will do nothing to erase the pain. Neither will killing. Violence only leads to violence. Now I don't mind torturing them. Well, Sakura at least. Sasuke can't be tortured. He is too precious. They have to learn their lesson somehow, but I will not gain anything in their deaths. Who maybe one day in the future I can have some sort of relationship with them, but I'm content to leave them at the mercy of the village. As long as they die, I'm content. I don't want their deaths on my head because of what they did to me. They are the past now, I must look to my future. My future is the blonde sand lily walking behind me to the ramen stand. The one that the Kyuubi assures me is right for me. Naruto, my sand lily said as she stopped behind me, waking me from my thoughts. I'm sorry about everything that happened. I just wanted to let you know that no matter what, I'm here with you. Even if I'm in Suna, I'll be here for you. So if you need to talk, just let me know and you all have my full attention. And, if you ever feel alone and I'm not here, write me or send me a letter and I'll respond. I'll never betray you like Sakura and Sasuke did, and I'll never hurt you, well, at least intentionally. I won't lie, I never thought it would work out between me and Temari, but I'm willing to try. I know as long as I have her in my life, I won't be alone. She is the light that I needed during this brief moment of darkness in my life. Temari, I said, looking at her. Thank you. Temari Pav. Thank you. Those two simple words were enough for me to ease all my worries. Even though they were simple and I knew that they had power behind them. That he wasn't only thanking me for taking care of him but for being there for him, and in that moment I knew that I could never leave here without exploring all the options in this newly developed relationship between me and Naruto. So, how far are we from the ramen stand, knucklehead? I'm starving, I said. Just because I just agreed with myself to pursue him doesn't mean I can go soft now. That would be a no. We are almost there, he said. I say about another 10 minutes and we will be there. We walked for talking about nothing till we came to the ramen stand. Naruto ordered 6 bowls of ramen. 2 for me, and 4 for himself. While we waited, Naruto chatted with the shop owner and his daughter, and I knew right then, looking at him, smiling, laughing, that no matter what he would be okay. Because despite everything he still has people who care for him. The shop owner gave us our ramen and Naruto chowed down. We ate in blissful silence, ignorant of our surroundings. Just enjoying each other company, but like most things in life, all things must come to an end. Hey Namikaze, we need to talk, I heard someone shout from behind us. Naruto and I turned around and lo and behold, who do we see standing there? The devil spawn himself. The traitor to the village hidden in the leaf, traitor to Orochimaru, and traitor to Naruto. Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto ordered 6 bowls of ramen. 2 for me, and 4 for himself. While we waited, Naruto chatted with the shop owner and his daughter, and I knew right then, looking at him, smiling, laughing, that no matter what he would be okay. Because despite everything he still has people who care for him. The shop owner gave us our ramen and Naruto chowed down. We ate in blissful silence, ignorant of our surroundings. Just enjoying each other company, but like most things in life, all things must come to an end. Hey Namikaze, we need to talk, I heard someone shout from behind us. Naruto and I turned around and lo and behold, who do we see standing there? The devil spawn himself. The traitor to the village hidden in the leaf, traitor to Orochimaru, and traitor to Naruto. Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto Pav. Lo and behold, I thought this day couldn't get any worse than I have to run into him of all people. Heck, anybody but him. I would have rather ran into Guy Sensei and Lee and endure their torture about youth than seeing him. Just looking at him just gave me shivers. I looked into his cold Sharingan eyes. Bright red eyes gazing into my soul. If looks could kill, I would have been burning exactly where I sat. Those same eyes that killed Orochimaru and Itachi and countless now had turned their murder gaze onto me. I just wished they would leave me alone and just let me move forward with my life. I put on a false face hoping it would calm him down and get him to leave sooner. Hey Sasuke, how are you doing? He growled at my cheerful tone of voice. I could see him itching to take his kunai out and attack. Sasuke Pav. Naruto Namikaze, formerly known as Naruto Uzumaki. The #1 knucklehead ninja in all of Konoha. The dope that beat Gaara and saved the village. The idiot who had pinned after Sakura since forever. The demon carrier who housed the nine-tailed fox that destroyed our village all those years ago. I can't believe he is the son of the former Hokage. The very man that I had plot to bring down ever since I returned to the damn village. Many believe that me and Naruto were friends, almost like brothers, by the way he did everything in his power to bring me back, and at one point that was true. Then somewhere down the line all that changed. I didn't see him as a brother anymore. I saw him as someone who needed to be eliminated. How could he defeat Pain, merge with the Nine Tails, beat and rescue Gaara, while being dead last? How could he be stronger than me? Better yet, why is he stronger than me? I'm the one from the prestigious Uchiha clan. I have the Sharingan on my side. I was top in our class, and yet he still beats me. I hate him. I looked at him and I feel disgusted. I took great pride in that little bitch from right under his nose. It was easy too. Sakura was so willing to spread her lips for me to enter into her hot wet fold. The little. I took great pleasure in planning on killing him and torturing his demon spawns. Sakura took to my plan like a bee on honey. It would have worked out if she hadn't insisted on having a quickie that day, and us getting caught. Now she is no longer a ninja. The village hates us, and she is being tortured while the idiot knucklehead sits here eating ramen like nothing has happened. On top of that, I am being punished too. This is so far. This is the reason why I sought him out. As always, he has bested me. Once again, I'm humiliated because of him. Son of the 4th Hokage. Village hero. Demon jailer. He is the reason why my life sucks now, and he will pay, and all those who he holds dear to him. I looked at him and I feel disgusted. I took great pride in that little bitch from right under his nose. It was easy too. Sakura was so willing to spread her lips for me to enter into her hot wet fold. The little. I took great pleasure in planning on killing him and torturing his demon spawns. Sakura took to my plan like a bee on honey. It would have worked out if she hadn't insisted on having a quickie that day, and us getting caught. Now she is no longer a ninja. The village hates us, and she is being tortured while the idiot knucklehead sits here eating ramen like nothing has happened. On top of that, I am being punished too. This is so far. This is the reason why I sought him out. As always, he has bested me. Once again, I'm humiliated because of him. Son of the 4th Hokage. Village hero. Demon jailer. He is the reason why my life sucks now, and he will pay, and all those who he holds dear to him. Chapter 9. Sasuke Pav. His happy features just makes me want to kill him. I know I'm already on thin ice. Less than an hour ago I just came back from talking with Lady Tsunade. Flashback. I walked into the tower. I was expecting to be patted on the back for a job well done for the escort mission I did a few weeks ago. I knocked on the Hokage's door. Come in, I heard her say. Once I walked into the room, I saw Anbu Bear, Weasel, and Dog flanking her. Next to them was the village council. I could feel the tension in the air, and I soon realized I was not being rewarded. Before I knew it, she had leapt over her desk and punched me right in the gut. I flew straight into the wall, bending over in pain, blood and spitting falling from my mouth. How dare you and that crazy pink bitch plot against Naruto? After all he had done for you. I can't believe you two would betray him. Before I knew what was happening, my mouth flew open and I just started shouting at the lot of them. Faye, that dope. I don't care now why you care so much, you old hag. He is nothing but a demon. We should destroy him and use his spawns to create super ninja. Before I could utter another word, she had pulled me up by my vest and snarled in my face. You are very lucky Naruto doesn't want to hurt you cause I would take great joy in having you killed. Nevertheless that will not happen, she said. As we speak Sakura is having a little chat with Ibiki and Anko. She has been dismissed as a ninja, and the whole village will know her part in helping to kill Naruto. She would have been put to death but like I said Naruto didn't want that. As for you that is another story. The council refused me on dismissing you from being a ninja in this village, and I can't kill you. I smirked thinking I was off the hook. So as an alternative I have come up with something equally bad. Sasuke Uchiha you will not rise in the ranks of being a ninja. You cannot leave this village. You will be exiled here. You may only leave the village to do missions with an escort group of Anbu. You will receive a pay cut and you will not be eligible for a raise ever. Also I'm revoking you clan license and you are hereby limited to only having 3 children. So you better hope you have boys or the Uchiha line may die, and also the village will be notified of your plan to hurt the village hero. Now get out of my sight, before I do something that Naruto would regret. End of flashback. Hey Sasuke, how are you doing? As soon as those words came out of his mouth I would to attack, but restrained myself. Do you know what just happened to me? I just came back from talking to Lady Tsunade. Sakura no longer is a ninja, and now my clan license has been revoked, and basically my life is screwed because of you. All because I wanted to kill you and raise your spawns as killers. Is that a crime? It's not like I'm the first person to think that. I bet many people wanted to kill you, but I'm the only one who had the guts to do it, and yet I'm the one getting punished. Before I could utter another word I felt a blast of wind blow me across the street into the fruit stand. Temari Pav. Is that a crime? Is that a crime? Is this boy insane or what? He just confessed to trying to kill Naruto and he is mad that he was punished. He is lucky he wasn't killed or worse that my brother hadn't heard of his plans. I could see it now Gaara burying Sasuke with sand coffin burial, then relation with our 2 villages would be strained and etc. Before he could spit any more nonsense I flicked my fan and sent him flying. I have no pity for him. Sakura yeah, she was always a little mental. Sasuke no, I don't understand how this village can keep taking him back after all he has done to them. He struggled to his feet. Gasping for breath. Oops, guess I used too much force. Oh well. You bitch, you attacked me, he yelled. Before I knew it he was running full force with the Chidori. I prepared to flick my fan again when all of a sudden I saw a blonde flash. Naruto Pav and Kyuubi. I couldn't believe it. My brother, my best friend was attacking my mate. He took all my control not to kill him and just throw him from attacking Temari. I would have used Rasengan but we are in a public place. The blasts alone from the aftermath would destroy the whole block, couldn't let that happen especially the block where my favorite ramen stand is located. Protect Temari, Kyuubi said. If anything happens to her it will destroy us more than Sakura's and Naruto's betrayal. I positioned myself in front of Temari. I know she could take care of herself but I couldn't bear her getting hurt. I grabbed my kunai from my pouch ready for attack. He charged but before he could even get close he was attacked to the ground by Anbu Dog, and Anbu Wolf. It was Neji and Sai. They tied his hands together. Sasuke for attacking a representative from Suna, and a fellow ninja, you will report to Ibiki. I'm sure he and Anko would love to have another person to have a little chat with. She attacked me first Sasuke yelled. I didn't see anything. Wolf did you see anything? Wolf shook his head no. Dog asked the crowd that had gathered around. Did Temari attack Sasuke first? The whole crowd yelled no in unison. Wolf took Sasuke away. While Dog came to me, I'm sorry we didn't intervene sooner, and I'm sorry that they betrayed you like that. Rest assured I will inform the Rookie 9 on his and Sakura's betrayal. He pulled me aside and whispered into my ear. I know you are going to invite Sakura as your date to Shino and Hinata's wedding. Would you like for me to tell them you will becoming solo? I snuck a look at the sand lily to my left. She seemed a little flustered but alright. It had also been a long week for her too. No, I said I have found another date, and if all goes well she may be something more. He just smiled at me snuck a quick look at Temari and disappeared to the top of the buildings. I turned to Temari. Well it has been a long week, and to repay you for your kindness how about I take you shopping? She just smiled and walked towards the directions towards the shops. I paid for the ramen and followed after her. Mates, dates and shopping playmates. The streets were lined with people. Children playing. Dogs barking. They didn't have a care in the world. This is where we find our favorite non-couple shopping on this nice sunny mid-afternoon. Temari and Naruto walked through the streets dodging screaming kids, overexcited vendors, in blissful silence. Completely forgetting the minor fight they just left. Naruto Pav. Naruto walked silently behind Temari, casting glances from shop to her swaying hips. They've been walking in happy silence since they left the ramen stand 20 minutes ago. He was trying to be a gentleman and focus on the shops, but something else kept on gaining his attention. Man, her hips look good, and her, but I just want to touch it, he thought. Meanwhile, Kyuubi thoughts were straying down the same path but just a little bit further. Kyuubi. Naruto imagined doing her from behind. Thrusting into her over and over again while kneading her. Making her scream our name out for the whole village to hear. She gripping the sheets as we speed up our pace at demonic speeds. Then we flip her over and nail her from the front while gently nipping at her beautiful mounds of flesh. Her legs wrapped around our torso, her arms holding onto our biceps to keep from falling off the bed. Quote. Needless to say, after hearing the Kyuubi thoughts, Naruto had a noticeable bulge in his pants. Kyuubi, shut up, Naruto shouted in his head. You can't be thinking about stuff like that while we are in public. You lucky I have my cape on, or the whole village would see, mini-me. Not to mention if Temari sees it, she will cut him off. Kyuubi. Well, I wouldn't need to think this way if you would just lay claim to her like I told you to. She is our mate. She is prettier than the good-for-nothing bitch Sakura, and she is well developed in all the right places. Plus she treats you like a person, not like some demon carrier like Sakura. Kit, just go up to her, be like I want you, and whisk her off to your apartment and have your wicked way with her. Quote. You idiot, have you even thought about her brother? Gaara may be our friend, but I can assure you he would kill me if I have my wicked way with his sister, and don't forget Puppet Boy, he may be gay but that dude packs some poison in his puppets. Kyuubi. Kid, are you forgetting that Gaara is like your brother? You know the saying, let's keep it all in the family. Wouldn't that be like incest? Kyuubi. No, you idiot, she is not your blood sister, just tell her already, Kyuubi said while rolling his eyes. Did you ever think that maybe she doesn't like us like that? I can't take heartbreak. I thought Sakura was the love of my life and looked how that turned out, and what if she not over Shikamaru? I can't lose another girl to a friend. It will break me, Naruto thought with a sad face. Kyuubi. Kid, trust me, she likes you. I bet she is just waiting for you to take the first move. Okay. How about we start slow? You are buying her a dress, right? Well, how about formally asking her to the wedding? It's not like you haven't thought of it. Quote. I was going to do that in the first place, but first she has to find a dress. Naruto was so caught up with his conversation that he didn't even notice Temari stopped, so he ran right into her back. What happened? He thought. He looked up to see Temari glaring at him in front of the dress shop. Man, her back is soft. Temari, why did you stop? Temari Pav. We've been walking in silence for what seemed like an eternity, but I was okay with it. I was still trying to figure out what to do about Naruto. Should I tell him how I feel, or do I keep it to myself? Does he even feel the same way as me? And why all of a sudden did he want to buy me a dress? When I saved him from the rain, this is not what I expected to deal with. As I pondered my thoughts, I kept on looking from shop to shop looking for a dress shop. Finally I found one. I stopped in front of it when all of a sudden I felt someone run into the back of me. I looked back and glared at Naruto. He stood there with a confused look on his face. Temari, why did you stop? He said. You idiot. You told me to find a dress shop, I said while hitting him on the head with my fan. He fell to the ground holding his bruised head. Why you do that? He yelled at me. Get up, you big baby, it was just a little tap, and I found a dress shop, I yelled. I knew we were making a scene, but I didn't care. I walked into the store, and waited for him to follow. I was about to ask why we are here, we all of a sudden I see Naruto bowing. I thought I had seriously injured him. I was about to go over and check to make sure he was okay, when he said something that shocked me to the bone. Temari, will you do me the honor of accompanying me to Hinata and Shino's wedding, he said. I couldn't believe it. He was asking me to be his date to his friend's wedding. Of course I got invited, along with my brothers, but I had no intentions on going cause I thought it would be awkward with everyone having a partner. So to hear Naruto asking me was a complete shocker. After taking a few deep breaths, I finally calmed my heart rate down. I could see Naruto sweating bullets. Now I see why he wanted me to get a dress. I was going to let he sweat some more, but I felt bad for him when I saw him shaking, so I decided to put him out of his misery. Naruto, I would love to be your date for Hinata's and Shino's wedding. Quote. In a flash of yellow, Naruto had me up in the air, swinging me round and round with his trademark smile on his face. Just seeing him smile made my heart jump. We stared into each other's eyes. We were about to kiss. I could see him leaning in for his shot. I slowly leaned my face in, and closed my eyes. I could feel his lips slightly touching mine. We were lost in our own little world, when all of a sudden the sales lady came over and interrupted our moment. If you aren't going to buy anything, get out of more shop, you two love birds, she croaked. Naruto put me down and we both jumped back with blush creeping onto our cheeks. I was so mad I didn't even get my kiss cause of this old hag. After shooting daggers at the lady, she turned to help me pick out a dress. We looked for hours, finally we found a dress that I like. It was blue with little white clouds covering it. It was semi-low cut, showing some of my cleavage. After that we head back for the dinner. As we walked down the street, Naruto took my hand in his. I looked over to his face, but he kept chatting like nothing happened. I just smiled and thought to myself, maybe this can work out. Narrator Pav. As the happy couple walked in happiness, neither felt the ominous presence radiating off a pink banshee. How dare he be happy? If she thinks she can get my man, she has another thing coming. I'll be damn sure to get him back. Then I'll have him and Naruto. With my looks I can get anybody, the lone figure said, cackling into the late afternoon's wind. How dare he be happy? If she thinks she can get my man, she has another thing coming. I'll be damn sure to get him back. Then I'll have him and Naruto. With my looks I can get anybody, the lone figure said, cackling into the late afternoon's wind. Present. Sakura sat alone in the apartment that she and Naruto used to share, planning her revenge, and thanking the gods that Ibiki and Anko got called away for a mission and that she was able to use her body to get away from the guard that was watching her. They won't notice that she is gone till Ibiki and Anko come back, which could be up to 3 weeks, and by that time she will have gotten Naruto back from the sand bitch, while keeping Sasuke her dirty little secret. Just wait. Wait and see, I'll have my revenge. I'll get Naruto back and have his little bastards. Then once I pop out 2 kids, an heir and a spare, Sasuke will kill Naruto and then we will take over his family's fortune. Then I can start popping out kids to help restore the Uchiha clan to their former glory, Sakura mumbled to herself in the darkness of the night. Unknown to our deranged pink-head ex-ninja, she was being watched. Pervy Sage stood atop of the Hokage watching his student's ex-girlfriend plot her revenge. All this drama will great for my next story. Ninja catches girlfriend with best friend. Ninja finds new girlfriend in less than 3 days. Crazy ex tortured for a day then escapes, then plot for revenge. While crazy best friend finds comfort in the arms of another. Juicy stuff, Jiraiya said while scribbling in his note. Although I should report this to Tsunade, she would deny me for weeks if she found out I knew that Sakura was going to hurt her Naruto, and I can only imagine what Gaara will do if Temari gets hurt. I shudder just thinking about all the blood that would be spilled if those two die. While Sakura will slowly go insane, and Jiraiya planning his next bestseller, the lone Uchiha was across town in the arms of another. After their passionate lovemaking, Sasuke was fast asleep with his intended sleeping beside him. They had been together since before Naruto brought him back to the village. She was in on his grand scheme, so therefore she didn't care that he was screwing Sakura. The whole plan was for Sakura to get knocked up by Naruto and marry him. Have an heir and a spare, and then kill him. Afterwards she would marry him, where she would have 2 more kids for him, and then he will kill her. Then he will marry his intended, which afterwards he will kill his previous kids and inherited all their fortunes, and give it to his kids that his intended will have. It was a foolproof plan, so he thought till they got caught, and Sakura pretty much ratted them out. I can't believe we got caught, he whispered softly to himself. It would have worked if she had insisted on having that night. Now this set the whole plan back a few steps. Especially since it seems Naruto is falling head over heels with Temari and that Sakura has been demoted to civilian. Also the whole Rookie 9 knows about the plot, so I have to be on my guard, or nothing will hold Tsunade from demoting me to civilian and killing me. I'm treading on thin ice, but I can remedy the situation. I just need to fall back into the shadows and play my cards right. I just hope Bighead Sakura doesn't ruin my plans again, or she will have to be eliminated. Across the village under the full moon, Naruto sat on the balcony of the hotel, thinking about all that had happened in the past few days. He had lost his girlfriend and best friend, learned of their treacherous ways, and found his mate. On top of that, he realized that his true friends will always stick by him. Kid, why are you out here, when you can be in the bed with Temari laying on her soft mounds of flesh? You and I both know you enjoyed waking up with your head in between them. Heck, I even saw your thoughts when you took a shower. I agree with you. While they are good to sleep on, I think they would be way better if we got to suck them, the Kyuubi said. Naruto just smiled while Kyuubi kept on describing every single detail of Temari's body. Despite all he had been through, he was glad Temari found him under that tree, and was silently thanking the gods for bringing her into his life. This is how Temari found him around midnight, looking up at the moon with a smile on his face. Kit, you have a visitor, Kyuubi said. Just as he was about to turn around, he felt a pair of arms wrap around his neck. They stayed like that for a while before they both headed off to bed. Not too far from where our couple were, some of the Rookie 9 were gathered at a local dango shop discussing their best friend Naruto. I can't believe the big-head bitch did that to Naruto, Ino yelled while chugging down her sake. He treated like a queen. This is so troublesome. This whole drama is interrupting my cloud watching time, Shikamaru said while leaning on Ino's shoulder. This is such a drag. I told Naruto that something is going on. Now look at what happened. Naruto will be fine. All he need is so ramen, Choji said. Maybe I'll treat him to some that always help me get over heartbreak. My bugs tell me that he has already gotten over it, with the help of a blonde ninja from the sand, Shino said while looking over last-minute wedding details. Yeah, and from what Shizune said, apparently Naruto is staying in the same hotel room as Temari, plus Neji said that Naruto was bringing Temari to the wedding as his date. He moves quickly, but I'm glad he isn't letting this bring him down, Kiba said. Maybe Temari is what Naruto's need right now. Maybe she is the one. We all knew he was too good for Sakura, so I'm not too heartbroken over them not being together. And ever since Gaara became sane, the Sand siblings have become great allies, Shino said. Yeah, but if they break up it could cause problems between our two villages, Shikamaru said. Well, first they have to get together. Knowing Naruto, he hasn't even kissed her yet or told her how he felt, Ino said. Why is Naruto always so troublesome? Shikamaru mumbled to himself. I say let them be. Our main concern is the traitor Uchiha and crazy pink bitch. We all know it is not the end of them, Kiba said while packing up. Well, you guys, I better get going as Shizune gets close to her due date. She gets upset when I'm gone long. See you guys later. Yeah, we better be heading out too, Shikamaru said holding a drunk Ino in one arm. Hold up, Shikamaru. I'll walk with you, Choji said in between bites. After saying their goodbyes, they all went their separate ways. As it got later, everyone in the village went to bed. Only the guards at the gates were up when they noticed 3 shadow figures coming down the road to the village. I wonder who they can be, Guard 1 said. I have no idea. Are we expecting any visitors? Guard 2 said. No. Better be on your guard. All was right in the village hidden in the sand. With a new leader, the village was thriving under the watchful eye of the Cage. Gaara was a great leader. Some villagers were still wary of him, but now when he walked the streets, mothers didn't snatch their kids and hide from him anymore. He had a better relationship with his sister and brother now, and all this was possible because of the number 1 knucklehead ninja from the village hidden in the leaves. Not only that, but that same knucklehead saved his life not once but twice. One can say that they were best friends after that. So when Temari sent him a message saying that the pink bitch and the Uchiha brat had betrayed his friend Naruto, he informed the council that he was visiting the village hidden in the leaves earlier than he had originally planned. They even suggested that Gaara offer Naruto sanctuary in their humble land. Also was the fact that Gaara was invited to Shino's and Hinata's wedding. So leaving a few days early didn't cause too much strain on the council. He grabbed his brother and Matsuri and together they set out for Konoha in the dead of the night. They weren't in too big of a hurry. Gaara knew that Naruto was in good hands. He knew about the crush Temari had on Naruto, and he secretly wanted to see them together. Although he would never admit it out loud. He had a reputation to maintain. The whole way there Shukaku and Kankuro were helping him plan his punishment for Sakura. Don't know how use your imagination. Shukaku is still in Gaara but not controlling him. They knew they couldn't harm Sasuke and risk cutting ties with Konoha for hurting the last Uchiha, but they could daydream. Shukaku. We could suffocate her with sand while she sleeps then drop her lifeless body on the Uchiha brat front door. Or bury under 12 feet of sand and get that bug guy Shino to fill the ground with flesh-eating bugs. That would be a sight to see, Gaara told Shukaku. I personally think we should gag her and tie her up. Then scalp her, while she screams in agony. What do you think, Kankuro? What should we do to punish the pink hair? Let me think, Kankuro said. I personally think she should become my puppet. Even though I have Sasori, I could also use a crazy ninja bitch puppet too. Quote. Shukaku. Tell your pea-brain brother I like his idea. It is almost as good as mine's. Shukaku likes your idea, Kankuro, Gaara told Kankuro. Matsuri, do you have any ideas how we can punish Sakura? Kankuro asked her. Matsuri, who had for most of the trip been quiet, was still in shock. She could believe the Kazekage had invited her along. When he showed up at her demanding she pack her bags because they were heading to Konoha, she was afraid something had happened to Temari. Now after been walking for a day and listening to their bloody ideas on how to torture Sakura, she wasn't sure whether or not to be grateful that Gaara trusted her enough to invite her along or be mad at him for disturbing her alone time. But like the lovesick puppy she pushed her anger to the back of her mind and answered Kankuro. I think we should let her live, and when Naruto becomes Hokage we kill her and use her body to carve Naruto face on Hokage Mountain, she said. Great idea, Matsuri. But I don't have the patience to wait that long. It can take years for Naruto to become Hokage, especially with the corrupt council in Konoha, Kankuro responded. The whole trip they threw ideas back and forth. By the time they had reached Konoha they still hadn't decided whose idea to use. It was a little past midnight when they reached the Leaf Village. When they got to the gate they were greeted by two guards. The first guard went to inform Lady Tsunade of their arrival while the second called for an escort to take them to the hotel. After walking for almost 2 days, Kankuro and Matsuri passed out from exhaustion. Meanwhile, Gaara decided to check up on Temari, who was 2 floors above them. He knew Temari liked to sleep with her windows open, so he used his sand to float into her room. What he saw shocked the hell out of him. In his sister's bed was not 1 but 2 blonde heads. Naruto was spooning Temari, his hands resting right on her. He wanted to be angry and go over there and kill his best friend. Not that he would ever admit they were friends, but he couldn't find it in his heart to do it. Instead, he felt this warming feeling at seeing the two of them together. Plus, it didn't help that Shukaku was laughing in his head, saying he better watch out because soon there will be blonde mini sand and leaf ninjas running around carrying the essence on the 9-tailed fox in them. He was so shocked he didn't notice Temari's eyes were open, staring back at him. Temari Pav. After gazing at the moon for a while, I and Naruto went to bed. We both slept with our shirt off. I was dreaming about killing Sasuke when I felt a shiver go up my spine. I was up immediately. Someone was watching me. I opened my eyes to see who it was, and to my shock I see my baby brother staring at me. For a second I was afraid, and then I remembered who I was. I'm a grown woman, I'm allowed to have guys. Gaara, what are you doing in my room? I hissed at him. After what seemed like an eternity, he responded. After your letter, Matsuri, Kankuro, and I decided to come early. We arrived an hour ago. I came up here to check out how you were doing, and I see you in bed with Naruto. Tell me, dear sister, how it feels to having the Kyuubi groping you, he hissed back. It feels great. Now if you excuse me, I was enjoying a rather nice dream of torturing Sasuke till you came in, so leave. Surprisingly, he turned around without argument. He jumped through the window, and I breathed a sigh of relief. I was just about to lay my head back down when I saw his head through the window. What you want now, you peeking Tom? Go away, there won't be a show here tonight, you pervert, I hissed to him again. Don't flatter yourself, Temari, he hissed back. If I wanted to see, all I have to do is spy on Matsuri as she fingers herself while whispering my name, or watch Konkuro rub himself while he plays with his puppets. I came back to tell you that if you two hurt each other, I won't hesitate to kill you both. I laid there shock. My deranged brother just threatened to kill me if I hurt Naruto and vice versa. I thought he was past trying to kill me for every little thing. I gulped and nodded my head. After those parting words, he disappeared into the night sky. After a few minutes, I snuggled back into Naruto's embrace. It felt so right to be here with him. The future was looking good, especially since I pretty much just got my crazy younger brother blessing to be with Naruto. I went back to sleep with a smile on my face. Miles away, Sasuke Uchiha was wide awake in the middle of the night, muttering around the compound. After having rough with his intended, an idea came to him. One that will allow him to still kill of Naruto, take over Konoha, and create a war with Suna. Early the next morning, Naruto woke up to the warm embrace of the Sand Ninja. The birds chirping outside signaled a new day to start a whole new future. A future he hopes would include Temari. Even though I had only been a short time, Naruto felt that he could truly put the betrayal of his former teammates behind him, and move on in life, because obviously they have. He got out of the bed, and stretched. Then he looked back to see Temari snuggling the pillow he had been using. She whispered his name softly and started snoring lightly. He could help but smile at her radiant beauty. The sun shining brightly behind her, intensifying her looks. After a few minutes of staring, Naruto's stomach rumbled, signaling his hunger. Turning to make sure Temari was alright one last time, he shuffled on to the kitchen to heat up some ramen. Then made his way to the balcony to look out over the village. Even in the early morning hour, the streets were beginning to crowd. He could see owners opening their shops ready for the market crowd. Kids running in the streets, some head to the ninja academy, other to play with their friends. Then he looked up to the Hokage monument, closed his eyes, and smiled. Kyuubi. What you thinking about, Kit? I have come far, haven't I, Kyuubi? I have accomplished a lot in my life. I trained with one of the legendary Sannin. Even though he is a pervy sage, that old man is strong. I brought Sasuke, aka who screwed my ex-girlfriend, back to the village. I helped bring GMA Tsunade back to the village. I helped save the village numerous times, and it could be argued that if I hadn't beat Gaara, our ties with the Sand Village wouldn't be as strong as they are now. The villagers tolerate me now. I don't get kicked out of stores anymore, or attacked on my birthday like back in the old days. I have wonderful friends, and I even have a bridge named after me. So why did two of the people who I trusted with my life betray me like that? Kid, you need to stop dwelling in the past. It is not healthy. Look towards the future, and forget about those backstabbing parasites. Please don't tell me you actually want to mend things with those traitors. It's not that. I was just thinking, if I can't trust them, who can I trust? They were my friends. At one point I left my life in their hands. Heck, their life were in my hands a time or two as well. When did it change? How did we get to this point? I don't know when it changed. To be honest, I don't think everything was all peaches and cream like you thought it was. I think that pink big head bitch only saw you as a replacement for her precious Sasuke, and when you brought him back, it was only a matter of time before she tried to sink her claws into him. Your friends tried to tell you, but you were too delusioned by love to notice. Sasuke is tainted by his need for revenge, added on his time with the snake Sannin. It's no wonder that idiot is twisted. I would be too. Plus I heard Snake Man was into boys. I can only imagine what man-on-man action happened between those two before Sasuke killed him. And you have plenty of people to trust. You have Gaara, Kakashi, Tsunade, the remaining rookie 9, and you have Temari. Sasuke and Sakura were nothing but a bunch of parasites, which were doing nothing but sucking the life out of you slowly. Be grateful they slipped up and showed their true colors earlier. You could have been married to that screeching banshee with pink little running, being controlled by Mr. Stick Up His. Naruto couldn't help but laugh after hearing the colorful descriptions Kyuubi was using to describe Sakura and Sasuke. I guess you're right. Plus, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to lie in Temari's bed. We wouldn't have gotten close. Besides, I'll show them, I'll become Hokage, and become the best ninja in the world. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll have a blonde sand ninja by my side the whole way. Naruto heard a moan coming from the room. He turned around and saw Temari stretching. He made his way back into the room, and gave her a big hug. The morning passed quickly. Temari and Naruto finished their shopping along with her siblings. They ate lunch with the rest the rookie nine. They were joking and laughing, and they could all see that Naruto was truly happy. This eased some of the fears his friends had. Also, Temari helped Naruto sell his apartment and he officially moved into the Namikaze compound. He was going to start fresh by moving into the place where his father had grown up, and selling the place where he lost two friends. He even invited Temari to stay with him until she left to head back to the Sand Village. Although the compound had plenty of guest rooms, only one bed was used for them. Each night they snuggled up to each other, both smiling as they fell asleep. A few days passed and finally the wedding between Hinata and Shino had arrived. They had a lovely traditional wedding. Everyone was there, even Sasuke, although he stayed clear of Naruto and the others. The wedding lasted late that night. It was almost 2 in the morning when Temari and Naruto made it into the compound. As they made their way up the stairs, Temari headed for the bathroom to next shower. Temari was in the middle of washing her hair when she felt hard the shower door open. Temari Pav. If someone had told me I would be falling in love with Naruto, I would have killed them on the spot, no questions asked. Now I couldn't get enough of him. I know it has only been a short time, but I feel like I know him. I never thought I would be one of those girly girls. I'm a ninja. I kill people, protect my village, and fight in wars. There is no time for love, and yet every time I look at him my heart flutters. I get all happy inside, and I feel I'm about to explode. Being a shinobi is hard enough, especially if you are a woman. It also puts a strain on relationship. To make matters worse, Naruto and I aren't even from the same village. It takes 3 days for me to get here. How can we work if we are both committed to protecting our villages? Man, this is making my head hurt. I just need to clear my mind. We will cross that bridge when the time comes. Just enjoy what little time I have left with Naruto. I was enjoying the feel of the hot water on my body when all of a sudden I heard the shower door open. I turned around and saw Naruto in all his glory. Naruto, you pervert, get out of here, I said while throwing the shampoo bottle at him. He dodged and it hit the bathroom wall. I was about to scream again when all of a sudden my back was pressed against the shower wall and his lips were on mine. I moaned in his mouth as our tongues battle for dominance. I felt his throbbing against my midsection. I grabbed and he moaned out loud. I started stroking it up and down. I heard him hissed in pleasure and I couldn't help the small smirk that graced my lips. He pulled his from my grasp, and the next thing I knew I felt his hot breath on my. He took the pert in his mouth, while kneading the other one. The water adding an extra sensation to the feeling. He was biting, sucking my pink so hard I almost came right there. I felt my getting. I took his hand that was kneading my, and I guided his 2 fingers into my wet. His fingers started moving at a slow rhythm, and then he sped up. It felt so good. I couldn't make a sound, because I felt so good. I was so closed, I could feel it. His thumb started pinching my little nub, and that was it. I screamed loudly as I climaxed, that I'm pretty sure the whole village heard me. Before I could even recover, I felt his 11-inch slide into me. I wrapped my legs around his waist, and he slowly moved inside of me. He maintained that pace while whispering sweet nothings in my ear. His girth was stretching me so much it felt so good it hurt. After a few moments he increased his pace. My back was hitting the wall each time he slammed into me. I tried to match his thrusts, but in the end I gave up, and just enjoyed the immense pleasure he was giving to me. He was thrusting so fast and hard that I swear at one point I saw stars. He bounced me on his, while taking my in his mouth. The shower had gotten cold, but his lovemaking was keeping me hot. It felt so good. With each thrust I felt his balls. I clawed his back, leaving scratched marks. I was only seconds away from my second orgasm. He slammed into 3 more times, and that was it. I came so hard I almost black out. He did a few more thrusts, then I felt his own hot seed feeling up. We stayed like that for a few minutes. The only sound that could be heard was our labored breaths. The cold shower water on our backs. Once I regained some of my sense back, I realized his was still hard. After a few minutes he turned off the shower, and wrapped his arms around my back. He carried me into the master bedroom, where we made love into the wee hours of the morning under the illuminating moonlight. I woke up midday. I was exhausted. We made love 4 times. 4 times. I'm surprised I could still walk. I looked over at his peaceful face. He was smiling in his sleep, and during that moment I saw a future. I saw blonde kids running around the backyard. I saw Naruto coming home as the Hokage, giving our kids a hug and kiss, before making a way over to me and kissing my belly swollen with child, then kissing me. And in that moment I realized I had to leave. I don't know anything about being a wife, a mother. I was trained to be a shinobi. I quickly packed my stuff, and went to get my brothers. I told them we had to leave now. Gaara tried to protest and was trying to figure out what was wrong. I told him nothing was wrong, but we had to leave. I felt their stares, but I couldn't meet their eyes. They packed up, and Gaara sent a message to Tsunade detailing our departure. We made our way down the village streets to the gates. I stared down at my feet the whole time. Finally we made it out of the village gates, and only then did I shed my silent tears. Later on that day Naruto woke up exhausted from his lovemaking. When he looked over to Temari's side of the bed, she wasn't there. He checked the whole house, she was no way to be found. He went to her brother's hotel room, and they were also missing. Temari was gone, and with it she took a piece of Naruto's heart. To say I was upset is an understatement. I mean, when I heard that sand bitch had left Naruto, it took all my self-control not to go after her dusty looking. Because of her my plans are ruined. Ruined, I tell you. I had it all figured out. She and Naruto were going to have a few whiskered blonde brats, then I was going to have Naruto and she killed on a mission, while my intended kidnapped their mini demons. It was a foolproof plan. Then I would pretend to save the demons from my woman, return them to the village and be worshipped as a hero. There I was going to adopt the little monsters, and turn them against the village. Quote, why can't he keep a woman? First Sakura gets us caught, then Temari ups and leave in the middle of the night like some kind of hooker. Now Hinata's married to Bug Guy, who else would want to that idiot? Only thing I can do now is change my plans again, or find a way to get that sand hoe back with Naruto. Decisions. Intended Pav. For crying out loud, he is giving me a headache. He's been pacing all day since he heard the sand witch had left Naruto. It's always Naruto this, and Naruto that. If I didn't know better I would say he is in love with Naruto. Maybe they had some gay lover shit going on during their teen days and he doesn't want to tell me. I mean, I don't understand his obsession with him. He just looks like a knucklehead to me. People are always saying he is one of the best ninja in the Leaf Village. I think he just had a stroke of good luck. If I didn't have my own agenda concerning the brat I would have been long gone. Don't get me wrong, Sasuke is a good lover, but if he really thinks I'll marry him after he has a few marbles loose. I know it's all part of the plan, but the plan was busted and yet he's still her. He went over there after that Bug Guy and white-eyed lady wedding. He was so drunk he didn't see me follow him. I was shocked when he went into her apartment, and minutes later I heard groans and moans. I almost went in there and cut her a fake size A in his, but I kept my cool. Plus they wouldn't like it if I bought too much exposure to myself. It would ruin everything. Aw man, he got that look in his eyes again. That means either he has come up with another brilliant plan or he got gas. I hope he has a plan, cause let me tell, when Sasuke let them rip, he let them rip. I don't believe his brother killed his clan. I think he farted, and his whole clan just died from the nauseous fumes he had coming from his body. His gas is a weapon on its own accord. Of course I can't tell him that. He thinks his shit doesn't stinks. Yeah right. Man, I wish he would stop pacing in me already. It's been a whole 9 hours since we had, and I'm horny. Gaara Pav. Shukaku has been bugging me. He is calling for blood, and to be honest so am I. I don't know who to kill, Temari or Naruto. I told them not to hurt each other, and here we are now. Temari is crying her eyes out, and I'm pretty sure Naruto back in the Leaf Village sulking like an insolent child. Hell, what frustrates me even more, is I don't even know what happened. Like the crazy bitch she is, early today Temari's just bust into the room saying we have to go, and proceeded to usher us out of the Leaf Village like a herd of cattle. To top things off, Shukaku swears up and down she smelt like So either Naruto's really bad in bed or something happened. Whatever is going on needs to be resolved soon, or blood will be spilled. Temari Pav. I know Gaara is mad at me, and I really don't care. I feel like I'm empty and hollow inside. It hasn't even been a full day since we left the Leaf Village, and yet all I want to do is run back and leap into Naruto's arms. I hate this feeling. Quote. Being with him makes me feel special. He always puts my needs before his, and he is not bad in bed too. He listens to me, and with each moment spent with him I feel free. Free as an eagle soaring through the sky. As much as I love that feeling, being with him also makes me feel weak and vulnerable. I'm a ninja. I was brought up to defend and kill for my village. That is who I am. Not that happy woman who made love to Naruto. Not that giggling girl I was when we to his friend's wedding. And we are not the happy couple everyone wanted us to be, that I wanted us to be. I can't have a guy coming in and breaking all my barriers down. This is for the best. A relationship between me and him will only lead to disaster. Endings now can prevent both us heartbreak. I just have to keep telling myself, and maybe one day I'll believe it. Quote. Naruto Pav. Why? The news of the Sand Ninja leaving had spread like a forest fire. The whole village knew. Lady Hokage was pissed when she found out, and a little shocked. All the ninja were. They could see how close Temari and Naruto were, and yet no one could figure out why she left without telling him. They had just witnessed their friend go through one heartbreak, they couldn't see him go through another. It's been a month since she left me, and I thought what I felt after finding Sakura and Sasuke together was pain, but nothing can compare to what I'm feeling now that she has left me. I can't find the will to move. Sometimes I think about ending my life. What do I have to live for if the woman I love won't have me? Life is hard as it is, but to walk that road alone is torture. No one to share your fears with, no one to wake up and tell your dreams to, no one to share your victories. For the first 2 weeks my friends tried to support me, but I couldn't gather the energy to see them. Granny Tsunade had came to visit me 3 days after she had left, threatening to kill her and cut all ties off with Suna, but I managed to calm her down. We couldn't ruin ties that we fought so hard for because of a failed romance. She left after a day but not before giving me 3 months leave to recover. Everyone was trying to cheer me up, and telling me that all will be okay, and that she and Pink Bitch didn't deserve me. They kept on saying there are plenty of fish in the sea. The only one who hadn't given up hope was Kyuubi. Kyuubi bugged me from sun up to sundown, telling me to go after her, that she was my mate, and that the reason she left was laced with fear and pain and not with malice intent, but it still didn't get me out of my funk. It wasn't till I received a letter from Anko that my resolve changed. Hey brat, it's been a month since that girl left, and no one has seen you since. Why are you wallowing in the darkness for? You aren't the same energetic brat I used to know. Heck, you got the whole village worried about you. Kakashi is so worried about you and moaning about how he failed your parents by not protecting you from the heartbreak of the female population that he hasn't serviced me in 3 weeks. With no outlet for my frustrations, I have been written up 10 times in a week for using excessive force on the prisoners, and you know what, it is all because of you. The only comfort I have is my beloved Dango, and even that is starting not to satisfy me, all because the cook is worried about you. Everybody being worried about you is ruining my life, so I'm writing this letter to help you out by imposing some of my womanly wisdom, and by helping you out, things get better for me. So for this moment in time I'll let you see a side of me no one has ever seen. Naruto women are complicated beings, and women who were raised in the life of a ninja are worse. We have to work twice as hard to be respected than our male counterparts. While men only have to worry about dying on the battlefield, we live with the fear that we could be raped, beaten or killed. We have a hard time finding love, and when we do find it we tend to mess it up. Because finding love in our life is a dangerous game, especially when the one you love is also a ninja. Every day our life is on the line to protect our village, we live each day like there is no tomorrow. Living to such extremes makes us afraid of the simple things like relationships that civilian girls take for granted. Let me tell you a secret: when Kakashi and I started dating I fell madly in love with quickly. He was everything I could ask for, and for a few weeks life was good. Then one day while having dinner with him I had vision. I saw me and him old and gray sitting in our home watching our grandkids play. It scared me shitless. Right then and there I broke up with him and ran to my apartment. That vision scared me. I felt like didn't deserve it. For one, I was a failed experiment. Why should I get a chance at happiness? And two, what would I know about being a grandmother? Hell, being grandmother meant I was a mother, and I barely can keep myself alive. Can you imagine me keeping a child alive? Kami forbid if I turned out to be a wife. With these thoughts in mind, my fight or flight response kicked in and I picked flight, but all that changed when 3 hours later when Kakashi came. I don't know how, but he figured out my fears and abolished them quickly. He told me he loved me, that he wants to grow old with me, and make perverted snake-loving babies with me. That night we made love all night long, and we have been growing strong since. The morals of this sappy story is that nothing comes easy in life. You have to fight for it, and sometimes fear makes us do stupid things. I saw how the blonde sand ninja brat looked at you while I was in the village one day, and I saw what she did to Sakura, and to tell you the truth, the only thing I can think of that would make her leave like she did was fear. Something spooked her. So brat, get off your fox and save her from that fear, just like she saved you from that storm. Go after her and show her that being with you will never be a mistake and that you two belong together. If she refuses, you stay there and make sure no other man takes what is yours. Go fight for your girl, and you better not come back till you have her. You hear me, brat? I got to go. Kakashi is going to eat me out even if I have to set a king cobra on him. I'm horny than an Inuzuka in heat. Bye, brat. P.S. Kashi knocked me up with the first of many perverted snake-loving silver-haired babies. We want you to be godfather, and if you get that girl Temari back, her to be the godmother. After getting over the horror that had settled in the pit of my stomach over picturing Kakashi and crazy bitch Anko ids, I realized she was right. Temari is many things, but she would never use me like Sakura did. Something must have happened to make her run off. With Kyuubi cheering me on, I packed my bags and sent a note to Granny and headed for the gates of the village. The walk though the village was quiet, it was a little after midnight, but I didn't care. The gates to the village came into view as I jumped from rooftop to rooftop. The guards were surprised to see me leaving, but they didn't stop me. When I was a few hundred yards away from the village, I took towards the tree to Suna. Temari, I'm coming for you and I'll prove that our love is true, I whispered into the moonlight night. Temari Pav. It's been a month since I've been back home. The first few days back, Gaara yelled and ranted at me like a spoiled child, but I didn't care. I couldn't feel anything. The pain of leaving Naruto had numbed me. Finally he gave up and I locked myself up in my room. 2 weeks after I had been back in my village, I started to get sick. My stomach was queasy, and my body felt funny, but I chalked it up to depression. 3 days ago I started throwing up at all times of a day. I felt fatigued and the smell of chocolate made my stomach cry in agony. It wasn't till last night that I realized that I haven't seen my friend the Red Baron this month, which led me to the doctor this morning. After asking countless personal questions, running some tests, and checking my vitals, the doctor finally came in with my results, and what she told me made me regret leaving Naruto all over again. Temari, congratulations, you are pregnant, she said. I kept repeating the words over and over in my head, pregnant. Inside of me a little life is growing. That happiness I should have felt was overshadowed by fear and guilt. Fear that I didn't deserve to be a mother. Heck, I couldn't even remember my own mother, but she couldn't have been all that great. Konkuro plays with puppets, wears my makeup, and I swear I caught him wearing my clothes when I was younger. Gaara for a long time was ran by his damn demon, and pretty threatened to kill me on a daily basis, and was a constant thorn in my side for years, plus she married my power-hungry father, so she couldn't have been right in the brain. It's amazing that any of us are sane. But even though I was afraid, the fear I felt couldn't even compare to the guilt from the past month and the guilt of the decisions I was making regarding my future. I realized early on after I had returned to the village that I was no better than Sakura the pink-headed bitch. I left the man I loved because of irrational fears, and those fears were still running my life now. After a month, I haven't heard a word from him, and I knew I have broken him. I didn't deserve him. I didn't deserve my semi-happy ending with this baby. After what I did, I don't blame he for not wanting anything to do with me. With these thoughts running my head through my head, I made my way to Gaara's office. I had to speak to him. When I arrived, he was sitting behind his desk, Stacks of paper towered over him as he read the documents, only stopping to take the time to sign them. Gaara, sorry to disturb you, but I would like to have a word with you. It's urgent, I said to him. He looked up from his paperwork and his cold eyes turned to me. Behind them I saw the anger lurking in his pupils, and the hate he had for me for hurting his first and best friend. I could only imagine how much Shukaku wanted to kill me right now. As he spoke, the coldness of his voice sent shivers down my spine, and I had a flashback on how things used to me when he was a cold-blooded killer. What is it you want, Temari? He said to me. Haven't you done enough? Every day I'm waiting to hear whether or not Konoha will declare war on us for your foolish betrayal of their village hero. Lady Tsunade has already sent me a message saying if she could she would beat you till you were nothing but food for the earth. The only thing stopping her is the fact that you are my sister, but truth be told, me and Shukaku are struggling not to kill you ourselves. So I ask again what you want. With each word out of his mouth my guilt intensified and my resolve to move forward with my plan intensified. If the Hokage wanted to kill me, then I knew there wasn't a chance for me and Naruto to get back together. I had destroyed that future. I have made my bed, now it's time for me to sleep in it. After a few tense moments to finally gather my thoughts, I spoke the words that would change my future. Gaara, I know and nothing will ever make up for my mistake of leaving Naruto like I did. I love him with all my heart, but I don't deserve him. I'm no better than the pink cheater. I'm weak. I let my fears run me, and now it's time I pay the price. I need you to transfer me to one of our outpost villages on the outskirts of the desert. I don't deserve to be here when anyone from Konoha could come anytime. I'm a disgrace to our village and they shouldn't be tainted with my presence. Gaara's eyes softened as he took in my features. Tears were streaming down my face, and I was breathing in shallow breaths as sobs shook my body. Temari, there is still a chance. Tell Naruto how you feel. I'm sure he would understand. You aren't a disgrace. You made a mistake, but you have a chance to atone for it. Look at me, for example. I used to kill people for pleasure, and look where I am today. All will be forgiven, just talk to him, he said to me. I shook my head. I heard the words, and my brain believed him, but my heart whispered other things. It's telling me I'm unworthy and that I was too late. Please, Gaara, please grant me this transfer. Transfer me to Huna City. It is a prosperous little village on the border of Suna. It's 3 days away. I need to leave here. I'm a disgrace. Please, I begged him. Shukaku. Her scent is different, it is mixed with Naruto and his damn fox, but I don't know what it means. Temari, what aren't you telling me? Shukaku says your scent has changed, but he can't figure out why. What's wrong? He asked me as he looked into my eyes for a clue to his questions. Please, brother, if you have truly changed and if you truly love me at all, you will grant me this one wish and transfer me, please, I begged him again. He looked at me with intense eyes. We stared at each other for only a matter of minutes, but it felt like hours. Finally he spoke. Temari, I don't know what you are hiding or what is going through your mind, but I'll grant you your request. I don't agree with what you are doing, but I can see you are in pain, and maybe a transfer will help you recover. Your transfer is effective immediately, you can leave whenever you want. I only ask that you continue to do missions and return in 3 years, when we host the Chunin exams. I would like for you to be a proctor. I nodded my head as he filled out the proper paperwork and handed them to me, but I had one last thing to request of him. Gaara, also can you seal this and tell no one, not even Konkuro, where I am? If I am to recover I need complete solitude, even you can't visit me. Please, and swear it on our family honor. He looked at me for a few seconds and said, I, Gaara, swear on my late ancestors' honor that I will tell no one, or visit you in Huna. I nodded my head and made my way to the door. I was halfway out of the office when I heard him say, Temari, my order stands, you will return here in 3 years and face your past. Until then, may the spirits be with you, sister. I quickly made my way to my room and packed everything I needed in sealing scrolls. After a few hours everything was packed, only thing left was a desk and a chair. After a few seconds of thought I sat down and wrote 4 letters. When I finished them I hailed 2 messenger hawks and had them deliver them, while the other 2 I left in the living room of my family home. Konkuro was on a mission, and Gaara was still at the office. As I made my way to the village gates I truly felt alone with no one to see me off. Then I put my hand to my flat tummy and realized that I won't be alone in a few months. I would have a baby to take care of. When I was 5 miles away, I looked back to see the sun setting on my home village. After saying a silent goodbye, I continued my journey to Huna. As you read this letter, I will be long gone. Ever since we left Konoha, I have felt empty and weak. I let my fears control me and I ran from the man I love and hurt him more than we probably can imagine. I'm no better than his last girlfriend. She broke his heart. I shattered it. I was too weak to stay and fight. Now I have to face the consequences, but enough about my stupidity. As you can see, all my stuff has been packed. After some begging, lecturing, and crying, our little brother granted my request for a transfer from Suna. The people of Suna and other countries shouldn't be tainted with my presence. I can't tell you where I am, but I can say you will see me in 3 years for the Chunin exams. I have to be there. The Kage ordered it, but I won't be alone. The morning of the day I left, I went to the doctor, and was rewarded with news that I will become a mother. The happiness I felt was instantly overshadowed by guilt and fear. I know I don't have to tell you who the supplier of sperm is. So you know what this means, right? You are going to be an uncle, so you should settle down and find a nice girl. Spending all your times with puppets isn't healthy, unless you prefer that over actual female flesh. Who knows? Anyway, watch over Gaara. Make sure he doesn't stress himself out over paperwork. Keep the house clean. Just because I don't live there, doesn't mean you and Gaara can live like pigs. I have arranged for someone to clean once a week, and do laundry, but that doesn't mean you and Gaara can live the high life. Also, I left my makeup since I know you don't have any more to use for your face paint. I also ordered a 3-year supply to be delivered every month, so don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. Anyway, it's getting dark out, I should be heading out. Please take care of Gaara and yourself, and don't get killed. Also, I left a letter for Gaara, could you take it to him please? Your big sis, Temari. Konkuro reread the letter 3 times before it finally sunk in that his sister had left. He ran to her room to see it empty except for her desk and a box of makeup. Damn, she's really gone, he muttered to himself in the darkness. Also, she pregnant with the fox's brat kid. I got to speak to Gaara. We have to go find her. He ran to his brother's office to get the answers he desired. Meanwhile, back in Konoha, Lady Tsunade was in her office, drinking sake. Shizune had tried to get her to do paperwork, but eventually she gave up and went home to spend a wild, passionate night with Kiba, leaving Tsunade to wallow in misery. It's been a month since Temari left Naruto, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't figure out why the girl left. It looked like everything was going great. She sent a letter to the Kage letting him know her feelings on the matter be known, but the only thing that kept her from going there to kick the girls was Naruto. Now on top of that, Naruto had left a little after midnight the day before. He had sent a letter saying he was going after Temari. She sat in her office thinking. I was 3 in the morning when a messenger hawk arrived at her office window with a letter from Suna. She went to the hawk, retrieved the letter and opened it. She was shocked to see who it was from. Dear Lady Tsunade, I can imagine how much you hate me right now. I mean, I'm no better than the pink one. Only difference is I'm pretty sure what I did hurt him the most. I bet you wondering why I'm writing you. I hope you haven't burned this letter before reading it, because what I have to say is really important. The reason I left Naruto that night without even saying goodbye was simply put because I was an idiot and a coward. I imagined myself being with Naruto, being happy with kids and all that, and I got scared. All I know how to be is a ninja. I kill people for my village. I don't know how to be a wife, a girlfriend. All I know in this life is how to be a ninja. Naruto deserves someone better. Not someone who would be out doing missions that could possibly end in death. He deserves a woman who is at home waiting on him when he comes back from missions. That would never be me. I would be the wife who went on missions with him, and we will never be home. We would be unhappy just like my parents were. I know it's stupid and that shouldn't be a reason to leave someone, but to me, I couldn't fathom dooming Naruto to a miserable life to me, but I do care for him, and that is why I'm about to tell you something. I'm pregnant. I just found out the morning I wrote this. It doesn't take a genius to know who the father is. I hurt Naruto. I know that. I can tell from what Gaara said, so I'm sure he wouldn't want anything to do with me or the baby. I'm not asking for help or anything. I can take care of myself and the baby. All I'm asking is that you watch over Naruto and don't let him live in the shadows because of the mistakes me and the pink committed. I hope everyone can forgive me. I wish you nothing but the best. Sincerely yours, Temari. As Tsunade read the letter, tears streamed down her face. She knew what the girl was going through. Fear could be a powerful emotion that makes you only want to run away from your problems instead of face them head on. She felt the exact same way before she returned to take the Hokage position. As she gazed out into the night, she prayed to the spirits that these two young adults will be reunited soon, and silently sent her forgiveness to Temari into the windy night. With a smile on her face, she put her sake bottle away and went to her bedroom, thinking about blonde-haired, whiskered great-grandbabies.